And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Forte. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Partner, we saw these Dolphins jump off sides a bunch last year, but that's not unusual for those guys like Sue who want to get that quick start into the offensive backfield, and they do make a lot of plays doing that.
So a first down and 5 for the offense. McCown going to hand this one off to Powell, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jets, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Jaguars going up against the Jets. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback from Central Florida. It's Blake Bortles.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Bortles going to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 7 catches, 76 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football. When you surrender 24 turnovers in a season, 16 interceptions, 8 fumbles lost, Blake Bortles, you do hire a quarterback guru to try and get you right, don't you?
And that's what he did. Has to limit those turnover numbers, doesn't he?
He has a defense that's ready to play right now. He needs to help them by taking care of the ball.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Bortles now on the option left side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a Temple program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
And a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a guy who only became a starter relatively late in his career. It's the well-traveled veteran, Josh McCown.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the numbers on the ground for Matt Forte last week. 23 carries, 104 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Back to the ground on first, it's Forte. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Forte gets the handoff from McCown. And a short gain down to about the 33. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
When the 2016 NFL Draft concluded, many people looked at Jacksonville and thought, boy, what a steal they got in Jalen Ramsey at cornerback and Myles Jack at linebacker. But Yannick Ngakoue out of Maryland, he ended up finishing 2nd in the AFC among rookies in sacks with 8, and they got a steal at outside linebacker.
Green, 39.
Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit for Todd Bowles. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up alive. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. And it's a Jacksonville touchdown. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Off the play fake to Forte, McCown. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Forte. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard, right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. A dump off to Forte. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
As we scroll through this Jets defense, partner, the guy I'm looking at is the guy at the back end. The number 6 overall pick, safety Jamal Adams out of LSU. You know, folks could already see as early as minicamp that this guy was going to be the real deal.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now Bortles completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Brad Nortman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
2nd down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Forte. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. They'll run with Forte. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now they'll throw with McCown. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a 1st down there, just 1 yard. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Bortles. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Fresh set of downs here. Fournette on the counter. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game. And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And now running right through it. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
On play action, now Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long. He's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Steve McClendon breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
second down, here's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. Tom Brady, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. The Jaguars on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's Matt Forte as he gets set to go and heads back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Again they run. Again it's Forte. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This is the running back, Powell. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
McCown to throw on 2nd down. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here's Powell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
On the ground, Forte. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. Here's McCown to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
I think Jacksonville was hoping, but still it was a bit of a surprise to see Yannick Ngakoue last year. 2nd in the NFL among rookies in sacks. We just saw another one there.
Yeah, he had 8. Of course, last year a lot of the press going to Jalen Ramsey, Myles Jack, but Ngakoue continuing to put his thumbprint on this franchise. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case, they did it really successfully.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And that, not a sight you want to see. Leonard Fournette very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. Finding some room at midfield. Completes it to Chris Ivory. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Bortles now on first down. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's a former 1,000-yard man for the Jets. It's Chris Ivory. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back to the ground on first down. Again, Ivory. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Bortles to throw on second down. And hauled in here by Rivera. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On first down, Bortles. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
False start, offense.
Following the penalty, it's Ivory. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a pass.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Mercedes Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And a look here now at Matt Forte. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. McCown throwing on second. Drops it underneath to Forte. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. McCown looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On second down, here's McCown. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. A give. This is Forte. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15, and he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now Bortles. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On second down, Ivory. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Jets haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Jaguars have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now, early in the second quarter, they run with a big rookie, and look at him motor, Leonard Fournette, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Now to late in the first half, as they move out in front, 14-0. Lewis is wide open here on the catch, and this will go for a touch. Still late in the first half, Campbell's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go for a loss of 7. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's get back up to New Jersey as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
They start the second half with a run by Forte. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Let's go.
Shotgun here for McCown. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go. No. Check. Patriot.
McCown again on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Quincy Enunwa, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Throwing is McCown on third down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Taken in at the 22. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll give it up to Forte. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
From the gun, it's McCown. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's out of bounds right at the 25. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Now Myers for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And New York set to take the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing on first is McCown. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
On first down, this is Ivory. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. You got 3.
Throwing now is Bortles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mercedes Lewis. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
They stay on the ground. Forte again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
This is Forte. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. I got 15. I got 15.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. McCown giving to Powell on the draw. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Off the play fake to Forte, McCown. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On first down, this is Forte. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Green 39.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll try to run with Forte.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now they'll throw with McCown. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
This offense so far on third down, just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Working from the gun, McCown. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. Now the return, Rashad Green. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here we go. Green, 90.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Underneath to Ivory. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he's got it to Hearns. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Bortles on the hook up to Hearns for the Jaguar first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green.
They'll give it up to Ivory. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. McCown to throw on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
3rd and 1, McCown wants to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
From the gun on 3rd, McCown. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And the play clock's running down. On first down, McCown. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and that'll bring up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. McCown looks to throw again. A dump off to Forte. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Let's go! Blue 90!
McCown now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Again, they'll throw with McCown. It's complete. It's Forte. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to face a third down. The Jets on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. It's McCown again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Calais Campbell, all 6 feet 8 inches of him, signed away from Arizona in the offseason. He's going to be a mainstay, the defensive front for Jacksonville.
8 sacks last year, hoping to build off that. Those 8 sacks were just one off his career high.
Yeah, he's an excellent player, whole lot of man.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now McCown got to have this one. And this is going to be incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They start on the ground with Ivory. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 1st down.
Here we go on 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Jets have recovered.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers in the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. And New York set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
McCown. And this one's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
The Jets on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
False start, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The Jets on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. On the draw, McCown leaves it to Forte. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Green 39. Green 39.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Everybody scoot up.
Now Bortles. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he is knocked down from the side at the 46. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Delay of game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the busy afternoon continues for Ivory. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Six yards to go here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
McCown throwing on second. And he rifles one incomplete. Anunwa the intended target. And it's third down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Shotgun here for McCown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas. And the Cowboys have wound up winning that one. Dak Prescott, he was the story there with 4 touchdown passes. The drive begins with a run by Ivory. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So much for having too many defensive linemen. Remember the reaction when the Jets took Leonard Williams? They said they've got too many. Guy's a Pro Bowler in his second season.
Yeah, 7 sacks in that sophomore campaign last year. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jaguars, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
Well, it's official. You guys are moving after this season. I speak on behalf of all of the fans here. Why do you assume that city is any better than this one?
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. There's no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Browns are top 10 in pass yards, going up against the Jets secondary that could be in for a long day. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams.
Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're under the command of their new signal caller for 2017, the 16-year veteran now playing for his 8th NFL team, Josh McCown.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Let's go now,
On second down, Forte. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
When you look at Cleveland's defense in 2016, it's pretty easy to isolate where their problems began. 31st in the league against the run. They finished 31st overall in total defense as well. So you have to start with them shutting down teams running the football to give themselves a chance to make some plays in the passing game.
McCown to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 41-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Kirksey coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, it's McCown. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
On is the 2nd-year man from Sam Houston State, Lachlan Edwards, to punt it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the former USC Trojan. It's Cody Kessler.
And there was a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
Tight end David Njoku was part of the Browns draft day haul. He was the 3rd first-round pick that they had, number 29 overall, and he averaged more than 11 yards after the catch in 2016 at Miami. That's what you're looking for in an elite tight end.
On 3rd down, Kessler, and that is incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. The 8th-year man from Tennessee, this is Britton Colquitt on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A big rush, and it's blocked. Jets come after him, and they get him. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Browns getting set to go.
Listen now, Marty,
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
double tight, guys, double tight.
Again, it's Crowell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Now let's go.
Throwing is Kessler on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Gordon. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Crowell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun on 3rd, Kessler. He's going to sling this deep downfield. A swing pass caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come out here in the eye. They'll give Crowell another crack. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Kessler. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Parkey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The drive begins with a run by Forte. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
McCown on third down. Got a man. It's the rookie Ardarius Stewart. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right around the 26. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28. The numbers for Crowell in last week's game. 24 carries, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
And that was his first of the year, and I'll bet he's as surprised as anyone that he hasn't scored more. But what happens a lot of the time is if you haven't scored in the beginning, once you get that first one, they tend to come in bunches.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. First down carry now for Crowell. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Career highs in receptions, carries, and total yards last year for Crowell. His total yardage was 952. That was the highest by a Cleveland Brown running back since 2010.
And that sounds impressive, but I think there's much more out there for him. If Cleveland plays even with people, not from behind, he'll get more carries, more touches, and his yardage will go up.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Kessler. He finds Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On the run, it's Crowell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now Kessler on 2nd down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. From the gun on 3rd down, Kessler. And that is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And the Jets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They start on the ground with Forte. And the numbers on the ground for Matt Forte last week. Well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
On 2nd down, here's McCown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Crowell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Kessler now on 1st down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. At the end of one, 7-3 the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
it's Kessler. Caught here left side by Britt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd-and-1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out of a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They keep it with Crowell on first. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
Kessler. Coleman has it here right side. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Kessler on 1st down. The quick slant caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 3rd and 2, Kessler looks to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kenny Britt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Josh McCown of the Jet offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Encroachment, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
Following the penalty is Forte. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A dump off to Forte. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Forte gets the handoff from McCown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
McCown to throw on second down. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Agba able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, McCown. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They find the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Isaiah Crowell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's Matt Forte as he gets set to go and heads back out there. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started, at the end of last season. right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. First throw now for the backup, Bryce Petty. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Petty now. Anuno's got it, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. They go play action here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
This is Bilal Powell. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Here's Petty. And with a flag down, he goes down.
So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Kessler. A screen complete to Crowell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. So now 1st and 15.
Let's go!
From the gun, it's Kessler. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
David Njoku, nearly 17 yards a catch in college. Those are wide receiver numbers.
Yeah, went to Miami. Brad Kaya was his quarterback. They were a really good combo. Also, how about the wingspan of the young rookie? 35.25-inch arms.
Quarterbacks love that. That catch radius, huge. And what he does after the catch, really impressive.
On first down, Kessler. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ten yards still left on second down. And again, they'll throw with Kessler. throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action.
Here we go. Green 39. Green.
Kessler now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, Jordan Island over there. Single receiver. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39.
Again, it's Kessler. That's Njoku over the middle. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Time right. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Kessler to throw once more. A little dump off for Crowell. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Kessler yet again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Parkey's kick is good. A scoring update from the southern edge of Ohio down in Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Andy Dalton with 2 first-half touchdown passes. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This will be taken about the 12. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Browns are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Jets just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Jets on 2nd and 7. McCown's throw under pressure leads to the turnover. Taylor is in position, and he's the one who comes away with the ball. After the pick, offense comes out now. Kessler is on point with the throw, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. which takes the lead to 3. Offense on the field now after the fumble. Crowell's going to take off here, and he'll go for a score. Browns push the lead to 10. Browns have it late in the second. Kessler finds his rookie tight end from the U, David Njoku. And he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 47-yard line. They would go on to kick a field goal and put 3 points on the board. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's get you back up to Cleveland as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. Fighting throw. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
Second half begins with a run by Crowell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Second down following the run. Now it's Crowell. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. The Browns on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Kessler. And he's got his tight end, Njoku. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. On 1st and 10, here's Kessler. Completes it right side to Britt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All right, here we go.
This is Crowell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Play fake to Johnson. Now Kessler. And some room to work. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. And now they'll throw it with Kessler. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The offense on 3rd down, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Kessler. And Britt's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kenny Britt with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
They stay on the ground. Forte again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we shift our focus to Isaiah Crowell. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. Gets past 1 man. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Kessler now to throw. Going deep for Kenny Britt. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. A scoring update from the southern edge of Ohio down in Cincinnati. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Andy Dalton, 2 touchdown passes to lead the way. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll try to get the running game going with Forte. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. On 1st down, this is Forte. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again they run. Again it's Forte. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. A dump off to Forte. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the tradition.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Petty now. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
Now we'll play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Agba in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Here we go now.
Here's Patty. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. They'll run with Crowell, and he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Kessler now off the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
And now out come the Jets. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it. And that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
Kenny Britt trots back out there as he gets set to go again on offense. And after the early struggles, we've seen the uptick in his numbers. Do you think maybe it was a meeting on the sideline to say, hey, get me the ball. I'm a key part of this offense.
Those guys don't wait to get to the sidelines. They say it in the huddle on every snap, get them the ball. But I think what happens is, similar to a great running back, have some patience, have some confidence, and just know that over the course of a game, your talents are going to win out. You're going to find a way to make plays, and I think that's what we're seeing here. He's finally figured out some things they're doing to him on defense, and he's adjusted accordingly.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Kessler wants to throw. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion.
All right, here we go. Green!
They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st and 10, it's Kessler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Play fake to Johnson. Now Kessler. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st down, Kessler. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Red zone opportunity. Throwing now, Kessler on 1st down. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. New York set to take the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Danny Shelton able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the D gets the sack on 1st, and now it brings up 2nd down. give. This is Forte. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go.
They'll run for it. Forte. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Brandon, this is why play callers get the big bucks. This wasn't a 4th and inches call. You get into situations like 4th and 3, 4th and 4. You've got a tough decision to make. Very gutsy play here, and they pick up the first down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. Dumps off to Powell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll drop the throw. It's complete. It's Forte. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Agba in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
False start, offense.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. They'll run it again with Crowell, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On third down, Crowell. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this little maneuver should do it as Kessler goes down to a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cleveland, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.